The Underdog Super Series is a compilation of total television VHS tapes ranging from 1989 to 1991 in the United American Video Corporation, which contains segments like Underdog, Tennessee Tuxedo, The Hunter, The King and Odie, and more. But there are some listings on eBay on Underdog VHS tapes. Some being The Big Shrink, The Tickle for the Machine, Attack of the Bubbleheads, and more. I actually do have the list of lost Underdog VHS tapes, like for example, Bye Bye Bicycle's lost. The first few are found, but we're going to be comparing the VHS tapes in much higher quality to lower quality. Sky Penguin. This VHS is catalog 5421 and the UAV category. It was released in late February of 1990, which is the first ever Underdog Super Series tape to ever be released. I'm going to be comparing Vegan Pop-Tarts rip to my rip. You can see that Vegan Pop-Tarts rip is much like kind of low quality. We don't know what the actual quality of the video is, but it was transferred from the Sky Penguin VHS, like I said just now. Now here's my rip. Much higher quality, right? Well, according to this, only 2 rips of this tape were found, but there was only 1 copy surface left on eBay, one with a label set that says Tennessee Tuxedo Vol 1. This subject is marked as found. It's fun to be healthy. This VHS is catalog 5422 in the UAV catalog. It is the second Underdog Super Series VHS that was released ever. Besides, there's a couple copies of this tape on eBay, and one rip of this tape has surfaced in low quality and bad tracking issues. It was archived by the name of Gelfling's VHS Archives. Here's an example of what the quality of this tape looks like. As you can see here, there are some complete tracking issues, and besides, the ratio is not even at 4:3 ratio. The ratio is actually at 3:2. Besides, hopefully a higher quality version will surface somewhere on YouTube or the Internet Archive. Halloween Special. Halloween Special is catalog 5423 in the UAV catalog. It is the third ever Underdog Super Series VHS tape that was released ever. There are 2 rips that are surfaced on YouTube. One that was ripped by Crazy Gmod 21, which was archived on January 2nd of this year, and then another one was archived by me, which is higher quality, which was archived on July 5th, 2025. As you can see here, Crazy Gmod 21's rip is much lower quality, has tracking issues. Besides, there's frame skipping during the title card of Ghost Guest. Besides, my copy does have some partial bad tracking at the beginning during the UAV logo and during the Tennessee Tuxedo football intro. Kinda similar, right? Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Dark Side is the 4th ever Underdog VHS ever to be released. It's catalog 5424 in the UAV catalog. I don't know if I already said it, but whatever. By the way, it is right before, this is the last normal Underdog Super Series, right before The Big Shrink is released in August of 1990. The opening to this tape was actually found by a YouTuber named Aaron Bassank. I don't remember the YouTuber's full name or anything. But besides, I already know his YouTube name, but not the full one. But I actually ripped the full tape, which I actually bought on July 1st. And then it got delivered around 8 or 9 days later. Some copies have actually surfaced on eBay before, which within the status for this VHS is found. The Big Shrink. The Big Shrink is the 5th ever Underdog Super Series VHS that was released on the catalog. This is catalog 5425 and the UAV catalog. By the way, the first YouTuber who ever found this VHS, which was partially found, which was a YouTuber by the name of American Throwbacks, I think. 3 clips that have actually surfaced from this VHS. There's a clip from the Klondike Cat episode, Cream Puff Buff, which is actually named 1967 Klondike Cat Intro. Yes, Klondike Cat with a C. Then, a clip from the Go Go Gophers episode called Swamped, which is actually called 1967 Go Go Gophers Intro. And then, we have the Underdog syndicated end credits. Later in March of this year, a YouTuber by the name of John Archive Stuff actually has the VHS of Underdog Super Party, which we'll get to that later. which at this point actually contains the Big Shrink on this tape, along with the Fox's Foul Play, which in March, the tape would surface on YouTube, but until this, in May, the video got unlisted and got recaptured in higher quality. Until then, on July 15th, 2025, I actually do have a high fiber of this VHS. The Tickle Feather Machine. The Tickle Feather Machine is the 6th ever released Underdog VHS that has ever surfaced. Besides, there are actually a couple copies of this VHS on eBay. Some copies may be in LP or in SP mode, but I actually have 2 copies of this tape. One which is in LP mode, and one which is in EP mode. But on July 7th of this year, the tape would later surface the full VHS tape, even featuring the original interstitials for the Tickle Feather Machine in the Forget-Me-Net. But later, on August 6th, the EP mode version would be posted later. But this tape is marked as found. Brushing Off a Toothache. Brushing Off a Toothache is the 7th Underdog VHS tape to ever surface. By the way, this is catalog 5427 in the UAV catalog. But this tape has the higher quality version of this tape has yet to be surfaced. Besides, my copy, during the middle of the tape, it just skips frames. I don't know why, but the film strip is just, I don't know how to explain it. But a copy has actually surfaced around a year ago in June of 2024. But it's currently gold quality, and everything's in mono too. So the status of this tape is found, higher quality version is lost. Kink a Swat, Babe Rube. Kink a Swat is the 8th Underdog VHS tape to ever be released. This is catalog 5428 in the UAV catalog. Most copies that have surfaced is actually recorded in LP mode, which there is only one copy of this tape left on eBay that hasn't even been bought yet. Yes, there are UK copies of this tape as well. Here's some fan media that was on this VHS. We have a higher quality version of Jerky Jockey. We have a higher quality version of School Days Follies without the Kofi TV screen bug. And we have a title card for He Is for the Berries. By the way, this tape's status is found. Honor at Stake. Honor at Stake is the 9th Underdog VHS tape ever released. This is catalog 5429 in the UAV catalog. This tape is currently partially lost because the only episode on this tape is called Bard Beachland. The episode was currently found by a user named Henry Hickman, which actually has almost all the Underdog Superstars releases except for volumes 4 and 6 of the second series, he said. So this tape is marked as partially lost. Up in the Air. Up in the Air is the 10th Underdog VHS tape that was ever released. By the way, this is catalog 5430 in the Underdog Super Series catalog. Or the UAV catalog, I meant to say. This tape was a rare find. I actually found it on eBay, but I couldn't actually see the shipping because it was untracked. Else we have the original interstitials for Zot. This tape is currently marked as found. The Bronco Buster. The Bronco Buster was the 11th Underdog Super Series VHS tape that was released. Besides, this is catalog 5431 in the UAV catalog. Besides, this tape is not found yet, unless we get a higher quality version of Subtracted Submarine and the original interstitials for the Bubbleheads. Hopefully we get it found soon, because there is actually a copy on eBay and Amazon. The one on eBay it includes a VHS slot containing of the Hunter and Fox's Foul Play, the Go-Go Gophers Up in the Air, and the Commandment Bragg, the Bronco Buster, which I just said just now. So this tape is currently marked as lost for now. The Fox's Foul Play. The Fox's Foul Play is the 12th Underdog Super Series release that was released in August of 1991. Same date releases as all the other Underdog Super Series tapes, except for the ones that start with 5421 to 5424. Besides, this is catalog 5432, I think, in the UAV catalog. Sorry for the stutter here. I would mark this VHS as partially found, because instead of including Mystify McBragg, you just included He Who Laughs Last right after Long Laugh Leonardo. Besides, we actually do have the interstitials for Paint Tracks Underdog, thanks to John Archive stuff. So this tape is currently marked as partially found. Bye Bye Bicycle. Bye Bye Bicycle is the 13th Underdog Super Series tape that was ever released. And this is catalog 5433 in the Underdog Super Series catalog. This tape is currently marked as lost for now, because we actually don't have higher quality versions yet of True Blue Blues and No Bong Bongos. A couple days ago, the same user, John Archives, has mentioned me that he does have the footage for the King and Odie VHS, but it does not really know what to do with the footage. So I just said, at least we might have higher quality versions of No Bong Bongos. He asked me what VCR I use. I said that I use a Daewoo T. I don't remember the model. But this tape is currently marked as lost. Underdog Super Party. Underdog Super Party is the 14th Underdog VHS that was ever released. Besides, this is catalog 5434 of the Underdogs of the UAV catalog. This tape is currently found, but the higher quality audio is yet to be found. So let's just skip that for now. 6-Star Underdog Spectacular. 6-Star Underdog Spectacular is, I think, the 14th or the 15th Underdog VHS that was ever released. Well, within the catalog being 5510 instead of being in the 54. It actually contains all of the 6 Underdog volumes, containing of The Great Gold Robbery, From Helpless to Helpless, Round and Round, Attack of the Marbleheads, Someone to Be My Valentine, and The Big Dipper. So all 6 volumes of the second series is found, so you might have to skip them. Attack of the Bubbleheads. Attack of the Bubbleheads is catalog 8114 on the UAV catalog. But still, there are some copies of this tape on eBay. I just mentioned the tape at the beginning of the video. But there are copies that are sealed of this tape too. But except that one copy I think is on Bonanza. But we've already found the original interstitials for Zot. But I'm still on the hunt to find the original interstitials for the Bubbleheads. Laugh and Learn About Inventions. Laugh and Learn About Inventions is another Tennessee Tuxedo VHS, but this time being released in the 90s. But probably in the mid-90s. Because it's not really from 1990 or anything. It's actually just a VHS from around the mid-90s or the late 90s. It is from UAV Entertainment instead of UAV Corporation. So, we just might have to skip that. This concludes the Underdog Super Series Lost Media video. I'll see you later. See you next time. Peace.